Okay. Hey, I'm back. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to take the glasses off though. And the reflection is weird. Anyway, so today I just wanted to show you how I also lesson plan with Google Docs. I know I showed you how I mini plan with Google Docs. Can I say that I love it? I do a lot with it. So I'm just going to do a little screen sharing. I'm going to walk you through how I do multiple ages because each age their schoolwork requires me to lesson plan a little differently. So first thing I'm going to show you, okay, you should be looking at my second graders. So here I wrote grade E, second grade. Sometimes I put the date, sometimes I forget to change the date, so it just says random things. But so we have our community group on Mondays, so I don't include Mondays on our schedule. So you see I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have a 4-day school week. I do this in the order that things happen, but they're not necessarily timed because every day is different on how long we take on things. Our morning basket or our book basket that we do first thing in the morning takes different amounts of time, and I have actually a separate schedule for this. And that's because everybody 5th grade and under does book basket. That I'm working on right now. So this is the morning basket loop schedule. It's a loop because it's not like we have to do this on certain days. It is we start a book and we read it until we finish it, and then we start a next book. So I have them more by weeks because our memory work, down here, our CC memory work is by week, and so these will end up lining up with a week's worth of memory work. My hymn study that I'm using, and I will link all of these resources in the blog post with this embedded video. But the hymn study I'm using is actually, instead of studying a hymn a week right now, it's just a little blurb on a hymn each day of the year. We usually do some kind of character quality and tie a memory verse to that. For history, we're reading Story of the World, which ties in with our memory work. Geography, we're tracing maps, which ties into our history. Fine arts will either be music appreciation, or we've been doing an arts kind of composer, an artist study recently. You can also do composers. So we'll do something, and then they pick a book that I read aloud. Right now we're reading the children's Homer, and about Odysseus and Troy and Achilles and all that fun stuff. They're into the Greek gods right now, so that's what we're reading. So this is just for the morning time. This is something that my 5th grader, my 2nd grader, my 1st grader, and my preschooler all participate in. The preschooler doesn't last as long, so he'll kind of fizzle out. We just keep working with the older kids. Okay, so back to the schedule. This is a 2nd grader, so obviously after he's done with the morning basket, and I have the memory work, this is so I remember what week we're on, but this is actually during morning time. Then the games, this is phonetic games that he's working on. He has Phonetic Farm, because we're using IEW's reading program, and so they have a Phonetic Farm. It's a big fold out with stickers. Like I said, I'll put all the links in the blog. These are the stickers that he's supposed to be doing that day. Math, he's doing Life of Fred, and we're just reading through it, and he's actually answering everything orally at this point. So it just says Life of Fred for whatever chapter's next. We're doing language lessons, so this is what he's working on. And then the PAL is the workbook that goes with the IEW reading program. And this is the worksheets. So he's got games, he's got the sticker books, he's got oral language, and then he's got the written workbook. So it's 4 parts of language. It seems kind of heavy, but that's really his biggest goal right now, is learning to read. He's really struggling with reading, even though he's 2nd grade. So we're really working on these things. And then he's really gifted in math. I don't feel like he needs as much in math. So that's what my 2nd graders looks like. So let me show you what the 5th graders looks like. So I'm going to go here, and we're going to load the 5th graders. So hers looks a little different because the morning work is what she does basically with me in the morning. Monday is CC, is our community day, so she does her Bible and then we go to CC. In the afternoon, she has choir. Tuesdays through Fridays are school days. This is what she has to do in the morning. Most of this is very independent, but a lot of this is where I'm available to help, so she does it in the morning time. This over here is her afternoon work. And see, these days are swip swap, where she has more help from me in the afternoons, so we swip swap to the afternoons. I also do her writing in the afternoons because the boys take a nap, and I can focus, do her writing with her in the afternoons. So that's why these are in the afternoons. And then we were finishing up for a record book, so that's on here. 4-H is a big part of our extracurriculars, and so I include that as part of their school schedule. So that's what hers looks like, where she has hers broken up into 2 parts of the day, and then she has check boxes for as she finishes them. She's a very type A personality, and she loves the check boxes. Gotta have check boxes for her. Then I have 2 high schoolers. So let me show you one. They look exactly the same. These are the 2 high schoolers. They just have the different loads, different subjects, and different to-do lists. So they also have a to-do list of what they're doing that day, to make sure they get those done. And theirs is all independent work. And theirs is Monday through Friday. And I do Friday through Sunday on the weekends, because a lot of times they have to finish their schoolwork on the weekends. And I make sure that they realize that by putting that there. Monday, my oldest daughter works at our community day, so she does that. And she has a 4 to 5 day week. I actually put times on her. Since she's independent and she needs more help, she sets a timer on her phone, and she knows she's supposed to do each of these things for that set amount of time. And so that helps her and helps me, because I'm not having to babysit. She's a junior, but time is not her gifting. And then my oldest, who is a senior this year, his is a lot smaller because he's almost done. Yay. And I don't have to put times on his. He knows how many lessons he's supposed to get done, and he actually does it. He goes to campus. He does dual credit, so he goes to the community college campus 3 times a week on top of what he's doing at home. And so his is the same. He has his to-do. He has his independent work. He was working, which is why he has these days where he was working, but he's not working right now. We're using it to catch up on school so that he can graduate at the end of this month. Yay! Okay. So I kind of went that really fast, but this is kind of how we do it. I like having it broken up by each grade, but yet it's all right here, so I can look at it easily. So anyway, that was a lot of information. In my blog, I can give you direct links so you can see what those forms look like. I can also give you the resources to what we're using, so you can see how we're filling up our time. But please, if you have any questions, down in the comments, or even on the blog, that would be great.